Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a chatty video and I'm very excited to just sit down in my favorites room. This is what I'm calling my favorites room because the last time I did a favorites, I was in this room and everyone like blew up in the comments about how much they love this room. So here I am, I'm back in it. And this room is 5,000 degrees, I just want to let you guys know. So today I'm doing a chatty video because I feel like the last couple Actually, a lot of the past videos have just been makeup tutorials and I haven't felt like I've really gotten my personality back on the channel. There's been some new subscribers to my channel, so I wanted to say hello if you are new. I want to do a tag video soon so that some new subscribers can get to know me a little bit more, but for now we are going to do a March favorites video, seeing that it's April 4th, so I thought that it's a good time frame to do a favorites video. Plus, I have been getting a ton of new products, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna do some beauty and skincare favorites, and I don't have a lot, but I feel like I talk about each product for like 10 minutes, so we should probably get into it. So the first favorite is a primer, and this is the Everything Primer by Honest Beauty. If you've never heard of Honest Beauty before, it is Jessica Alba's cosmetic line. I think that she's either the CEO or the co-owner. Honest Beauty is a kind of sister brand of the Honest Company. The Honest Company created Honest Beauty, and they do like conscious organic cleaning supplies and baby stuff, so things that you can really feel comfortable using that don't have a lot of chemicals in it. So that same theory was kind of applied to Honest Beauty. So it's a conscious clean makeup brand, and I really love things that are a little more organic and on the safer side because we wear makeup usually more than we're not wearing makeup. Especially me, I'm in a full face of makeup way more often than I'm not. I'm starting to become a little more conscious about what I'm putting onto my skin every day. And not to mention, this primer is so good for my dry girls who like to look dewy. Even if you're oily, like whoever likes a shine and luminosity to their face, this primer is everything. Hence the word Everything Primer. So it does come out in this little squeeze tube. I'm not a huge fan of this applicator, of this packaging. I was told that the packaging is going to be changing because not a lot of people like this packaging. The product inside of it is amazing, and I think that's really kind of what matters. But so it comes out kind of like a golden tint to it, but once you rub it in the skin, it starts to become tacky, so it really, you can tell right off the bat that it's going to help your foundation stick to it. It's going to help the longevity of your foundation, and you can see like it just gives a really nice glow from within. I've found a lot of luminous primers or dewy primers, after you put on a foundation, that dewy and luminosity kind of goes away. And with this one, I swear I could put like a matte foundation on top of it and you would still see the luminosity and the glow from within. If I had it my way, my face would look like soaking wet all the time because I'm so dry. This primer is incredible for, like I said, all skin types, but especially if you like that kind of shiny luminosity glowing from within look. And this will work underneath every foundation, and it's nice because everything in it is organic. They are cruelty-free, so I really just love the mission of their company. So really go check them out. They are exclusive to Ulta Beauty, and they also sell their brand online as well if you don't have an Ulta near you. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is a foundation, and I've got to admit I've been having a really hard time with foundations lately. I have not fallen in love with one yet. But this is about the closest that I've gotten to falling in love with a foundation. Nothing new, you've all seen it and heard it before, but this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. So if you're familiar with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundations, then you will be familiar with this. It comes out in a stick form, so it's like a cream foundation almost. I have really dry, really dry skin, and every single foundation I use settles into like every single line I have. It catches on to dry spots, and it just does not look smooth and even at all. I can never get a foundation to look smooth smooth and even on my skin. Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation is the only one that I've really just loved how my skin looks when I wear it. And this is the one that's made my skin look really moisturized and flawless more than any other foundation. So this has definitely been like my cannot live without foundation because it's the only one that I found that I actually really like how my skin looks with it. So next is concealer, and I've been using the NYX, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, the NYX HD concealer. I want to first off start by saying it's just inevitable. Concealers are going to crease. If you are a creasy person and you don't have like super tight, flawless under eyes, then just set your concealer. Just set it and then you won't have a problem with it. Do not trust a creaseless concealer that says it's not going to crease. Now, besides that claim, the HD concealer is literally the only one that I found that does not crease, or it creases very little if it does. I actually found that when my smile lines, I have found that a lot of foundations will start to settle into those lines, or there actually will start, like the foundation will start coming off in my smile lines throughout the day. And I've been putting this concealer in those places that tend to like crack or like a creasy mess throughout the day. I've actually put the concealer on top of those areas, and I never have a problem with those areas creasing when I put this concealer in. Under my eyes, I definitely always crease with any concealer, but this formulation is so creamy, but it's really lightweight at the same time. So it's really incredible. I love, 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 love this concealer. So one of the last beauty products that I want to talk about is a liquid lipstick, and it is still a NYX product, and this is their Liquid Suede lipstick. So this is a liquid to matte lip color, and this formula is so good. Like, so good, you guys. I was so impressed by this. This is the color Tea and Cookies. So you can see that it goes on really liquidy, and it's such a thin formulation. I don't know if you guys can even see, like, I just did one little swipe and it's so pigmented, but it's so thin in consistency, which is really nice when it comes to a liquid lipstick, because the thinner the consistency is and the more pigmented it is, that means that you don't have to do layers of it. With lipsticks, they're already going to dry as a matte, so obviously it's going to be a little bit drying, but the thinner the formulation is, the less issue you're going to have with like cracking or flaking off, because it's not going to be like a buildable consistency. What I really like about this is that you don't feel like it's totally dried out your lips. It does dry to a matte, but I still feel like it's really comfortable on my lips throughout the day. What I found with this formulation is it's possibly not as long wearing as some liquid lipsticks, but what I like about it is that it actually will fade throughout the rest of the night. When I put it on, it lasts for hours and hours, but it really starts to just fade instead of like coming off in the center of the lips and making you look like you have some awkward lip liner going on. So I really like the formulation and the long wear of it. Plus it's like $5 or $6. For the price, it is one of the best liquid lipsticks that I've ever tried, hands down. I'm going to be moving on to a couple brushes. So these are 3 Real Techniques brushes that actually came in a kit, all 3 of them together. You can tell that they're obviously the same design because they're the same pink and black packaging. I believe that this came in a sculpting kit or a contour kit or something of that nature. So it comes with 3 brushes. The first one here is a sculpting brush. This was actually the brush that I used for my liquid contour in the Do the Hula video. The sculpting brush is really, really thick in bristles, and it has a little bit of an angle to it. So it's really, really dense so that you can really fit it in your cheekbone. It is incredible when it comes to like cream contouring. This is such an amazing brush to blend it out with. But I actually really loved this brush even for all over foundation applications because it is so dense. It really gives an amazing full coverage. The second brush that it comes with is a setting brush. So it is just like a little powder setting brush, and it is a little bit bigger than most, but I love it for setting under the eyes. It really, really fits in there nicely, but it doesn't pack too much powder on. So it really helps to keep it nice and lightweight so that you don't have any caking under the eyes. And I love this brush for really like powder highlighting. It's incredible. It just kind of fits in those nice tight places where some bigger setting brushes don't really fit. And then the third brush that comes in it is the fan brush, which is a really, really thin, typical fan brush, but I haven't ever found one that I really loved. And this just fits so nicely on the cheekbones, and it gives a perfect highlight application to the tops of the cheekbones, even on the nose. And then you can dip into your highlight in the thinner area all over the brush for like right on the tip of the nose. And it just works perfectly. It blends everything out, and it really puts every ounce of product from your brush onto your face, so you don't lose any product with this fan brush. So when I was in Sephora the other day, I saw that they have their Sephora Z palettes, but this is the mini one. And I went into Sephora a couple weeks ago and they didn't have any, and I kept thinking to myself, I should have got it the first time I saw it because I knew that it wasn't going to stay in the stores for very long. So the next time I went, I wasn't even looking for it, and here it was. This is so adorable. It has the Sephora with like the white and black classic look to it, made by Z Palette, and it's just a really tiny guy, so it's really all I need right now. I only have those 4 shadows in there, but I still have plenty of room in here. You could literally fit at least 20 shadows in this small little Z palette, and it was only $10. $10. I was so happy that Sephora was carrying these because I do not want to like buy Z palettes online, and I don't need a giant one. This is perfect for traveling with just your must-have shadows, and it's just also really nice when you don't have a ton of individual shadows and you just want to keep them really nice and protected in a cute little packaging. So I have 2 more items, and they are both skincare items. So the first one is by First Aid Beauty, and this is their facial radiance pads. So these are just little dampened like cotton rounds that come in this little guy. This is a smaller kind of sample version. It has 28 pads in there. So you can see that it's just, I'm definitely running very low on them. I'm gonna get the big boy after this one. But what they do is it exfoliates, but it's not a physical exfoliant or like a chemical exfoliant. It literally just feels like a wet little like cotton pad, and it doesn't feel harsh on your skin. I have super, super sensitive skin that gets irritated by a lot of things. I either get irritated or I break out. You know, my skin's just fussy. So I was a little skeptical about these, but the brand First Aid Beauty is actually, a lot of their products are made for skin types that have like eczema or rosacea, or really, really sensitive skin types that can't handle like really aggressive scrubs or exfoliants or lotions, anything that's going to be like too heavy on your skin. All of the First Aid Beauty products are dermatologist tested. I believe all, if not most, are non-comedogenic, which is very important for acne-prone skin because non-comedogenic means it will not clog your pores. I had a lot of issues in the past just kind of grabbing any moisturizer or cleansers that I found that were not non-comedogenic, so they were clogging my pores and making me break out. These pads actually help to diminish redness and fine lines and wrinkles over time. So the more that you use it, the more that you're going to see the results, but you do see an immediate result from it. I am a super, super red person naturally. It's just how I've always been. Even if I like get just a little flustered or right after I take off my makeup, my face is bright red. So I tried this out with a First Aid Beauty rep, and she actually like really wiped it on my hands, and just my hands are really red in general all the time. And even just the difference from one hand to another, it was really smooth, even skin tone, with even the hand, like the wrinkles and the small lines in my hands were diminished after the first time that I used it. So I was really impressed. I had to try it out on my face. So every time after I cleanse my skin, I will use these pads, and it's just really, really subtle on the skin. You don't even think that it's doing anything, but even right after you apply it, it really helps to diminish fine lines and wrinkles over time, but it's really extremely gentle on your skin. It's a small amount of exfoliation that you can use every single day. It's a safe exfoliator for every single day. So I really don't even feel like I have to use like a scrub or anything super harsh on my skin anymore because I'm able to use that every day. So something a little more intense on the skincare lines that I've been using lately is this Exuviance Daily Antioxidant Peel. This is definitely more of advanced skincare. This is not a super cheap product, as First Aid Beauty is a little bit more on the affordable side. This bottle here has, I think, 30 pads and it's $65. So it is a very expensive line. It's more of an advanced skincare line for sure. This whole line of Exuviance products was created by 2 doctors. So it used to be like a prescription-based skincare brand, so it was only given out to you at like a dermatologist's office and like a clinical skincare basis. But now it is sold in some retail stores, and I've been trying this out because basically what it is a citric acid peel. It's the same exact thing where it has the little like dampened cotton rounds, and this one actually comes with the cotton rounds dry and then a liquid. You pour the entire bottle of liquid into the jar and it soakens all of those pads. So you can use this every day. It is safe to use every day, but what it does is it is a gentle peel. Since I do have sensitive skin and it is citric acid, it's going to sting a little bit only when the product is wet. I use those peels like I would with the facial Radiance pads. I just use them like 2 or 3 times a week because my skin is sensitive. It's safe to use every day, but since I use the First Aid Beauty ones every day, I kind of like to just use this on like my days where I really need it. So basically what you do is it's the same application as the facial Radiance pads. You're just gonna put it all over the skin, avoiding the eye area, and it's those dampened cotton rounds. But you will, while the product is wet, as it's drying down, you will feel a little bit of like a tingling, stinging sensation until it dries. Once it's dry, I don't feel like my skin is irritated or red or anything like that, but it will burn just a little bit. Like it's a good burn, you know that it's working when it's burning. Because I have more acne prone skin, I have started to get like a little bit of acne scarring like right on my cheek. So I've been really trying to focus on my finer lines and my wrinkles and my acne scarring. My skin by any means is not terrible, but I am getting older, so it's time to start thinking about a little bit more anti-aging and evening the skin tone so that my skin can look as good as it can while I have it. What I noticed after even the first use of these products is that my skin the next day just felt extremely even. Like it felt like I had a peel, and it wasn't anything that was aggressive. I didn't have any like skin flaking off the next day. It wasn't like excuse me. It wasn't anything that was super intense or aggressive, but the next day and every day that I kept using these pads, I felt like my skin was getting better and better. When I'm using these peel pads, I do not break out. Even if I'm using a newer product that would typically make me break out, the breakouts go away the next day after I use these pads because it really is almost taking off that first layer of skin every time you're using these. It is like a peel. It's your at-home peel. So if you've ever had a peel before, you know that it really takes off that like entire first layer of skin. Like you have a new face. You have new skin. It's really crazy, but it does it in a small dosage and safe enough to use every single day. So these have honestly been such a lifesaver for me because I feel like even if I do have breakouts, I'm not going to stress out about them because I know that they will be gone after I use this. So this is like my holy grail product. This is really kind of my skin lifesaver. I usually never ever splurge on any type of skincare products, but now that I've invested a little bit more money in it, It's so worth it. It's investing in your skin. You're gonna have this skin for the rest of your life. You're never gonna be able to get new skin. As you start to age, as you start to get into your like mid to late 20s, you really start to realize and notice things in your skin that you didn't have when you were 18 or when you were younger, and it kind of just springs up on you. I'm only 23, so I'm not saying that I'm old in any way, but your skin does change, and since I've invested in my skin and in the skincare products, I really feel like it's made such a huge difference in the way that I look at my skin and the way that I look at myself, honestly. If you ever have had acne prone skin or like any type of self-consciousness with how your skin looks, I've always compared my skin to other people's and thought that it could be better. And now I'm really starting to gain confidence in not only how my skin looks, but how I'm treating my skin, if that makes any sense. I feel like Exuviance products, they're extremely expensive compared to my usual skincare budget. It's crazy expensive, but it's so worth it. Well guys, that is it. I feel like this video is going to be probably 25 minutes long. We shall see. But I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that you liked that I did a little more of a chatty video. I do really want to do either a tag video or a Q&A. So if you guys want to know anything about me, or if you have any good tags, leave questions or tags down below in the comment section and I will absolutely do that video. I would love to do more chatty videos, at least like once every other week, in addition to some makeup tutorials. So let me know what you guys think about that. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, which will be linked down below. And I will see you guys next week. Now take 12 minutes to fix your hair. Okay. Wow, it's hot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Why did I just clap like that? Okay. Is it April 5th? No, it's April 4th. April Fool. Here we go. Oh no. Did I just get lipstick on my bed?